All right, there is a spectacular story happening in college football this season. The Indiana Hoosiers, IU, are somehow the #1 college football team in the country. IU beating Ohio State 13-10 on Saturday night. A game I couldn't believe, making them Big Ten champions and solidifying their spot as top seed going into the playoffs. The quarterback, Fernando Mendoza, named MVP of the game and a likely candidate for the Heisman. He had a very emotional interview after the game. He's a great kid that's going viral. Take a listen.
We were never supposed to be in this position, but by the glory of God, the great coaches, great teammates, everyone we have around us, we were able to pull this off. Whoever thought the Hoosiers would be here, but now the Hoosiers are flipping champs. Let's go!
I mean, this is, for somebody that went to this school, and as bad as we were the whole time I was there, it's an unbelievable thing. This is the first Big Ten championship since 1967 for IU, first outright title since 1945. Look at the pictures and how great this was. The first time beating Ohio State since 1988. That's a 32-game losing streak that was ended to the former #1 seed. It's just an amazing story, and it might be a little selfish to talk about it on the show, but we're going to do it anyway. And Sage Steele is with us tonight, an IU trustee, also a graduate and host of the Sage Steele Show. We also have the governor of the state of Indiana, Mike Braun. Governor, good to see you both. I just want to start. I want to get both your reactions. Governor, I'll start with you to this amazing spectacle that we've been watching all season.
Well, Maureen and I were there, and during that whole game, from the kind of a shank field goals, I think each one had 2 interceptions. We had the stats on our side. In like many cases, when you're up against a perennial team like Ohio State that always seems to pull it out, you kept holding your breath. And then you get down to that last minute or two, and you can see it's actually going to happen. You just said it. Been since 1988. And it was like a miracle occurred. And I'm so happy for the team, Coach Signetti, how we were lucky enough to get him, and he could use the system to give us 2 seasons now. You know, we're during the regular season last year undefeated, and look at it now. So I can't wait to see what lies ahead.
Sage, you went to this school. When I was there, we were so bad. Nobody went to the football games. It was a basketball school, and that was it. What a remarkable turnaround for that program. What are your thoughts?
Yes, I'd love to echo every sentiment that Governor Braun just spoke of, because I haven't stopped smiling and being really cheesy and maybe somewhat obnoxious at airports too, because we've waited an entire lifetime for this. Scott Dolson, the athletic director, was a classmate of mine, 94. Actually, I went 5 years, so I was class of 95. So he's the athletic director, and of course, President Pam Whitten. Honestly, she is the most instrumental person in making Curt Signetti happen and bringing him here from James Madison University. She is a football person to the core. She's from Tennessee. She's from the South. She gets the importance of it for an entire university, and she went and got him. And as you know, he got paid quite handsomely just a couple of weeks ago, because he's so much more than a football coach. He's a true leader of men. And to bring young men like Mr. Mendoza, our quarterback, in. Again, it's character. Those things matter. And I love that the whole world got to see what we all saw, what we already knew on Saturday. Is not only is he a great leader, this young quarterback, he is a man of strong faith. And he starts every interview by thanking Jesus. And it's just so much fun to watch, because, yes, it is a damn good football team, but these are good human beings, and we've waited a lifetime for this.
Isn't that, I mean, Governor, isn't that such a great point? Is that it's not just that they're dominating this season. It's a really great group of kids. It's a great coach. Mendoza, every time he gets on camera, you're like, this is just an amazing young man, and it's so refreshing to see that.
And he's obviously leading. Everyone else gave the game to the glory of God. And I was down there a month or so ago for the honorarium for Charlie Kirk. And in the auditorium, I think for the first time since Maureen and I were there for a Sha Na Na concert back in the 70s. It's amazing what has transpired, I think, with this younger end of the Gen Z. They're finally proud to speak about those values. And for a place like Indiana, it's always had them, to see it on now the national and world stage with a kid like him and teammates, I think there's a lot of hope, hope.
Yeah, it's Sage, a conservative quarterback leading the team in Indiana. That's a nice story, isn't it?
It is.
It is. It is so wonderful, so special. And again, I don't know that we can fully comprehend today what it's doing for our university as a whole. In general, applications have been up over the last couple of years, but when you have a like my youngest daughter went to Ole Miss. She's a sophomore at Ole Miss. Yes, because, okay, it's a education, absolutely, but the experience of big-time football, that does bring students and parents to your university. So this is going to have very, very deep implications in so many awesome ways, especially as we continue to win starting on January 1st at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Look at me promoting us. Like, I'm so excited because we waited a lifetime. And Governor Braun, I was just like Rob, like we would go to the games because our parents bought tickets and we didn't want to lie to them to say, I didn't go, but you go for a half so you can tell the truth to your parents and then you leave. And that's it. And look at this now. I'm jealous. I want to be one of those students.
Sage, I'll admit, I went to the basketball games. I didn't go to the football games. I lived right across from the football stadium, and I never went in the stadium in 4 years. I don't like to admit that, but I have to admit it right now because we'd only win 1 or 2 games a season. It's an amazing story. But before I let you guys go,
when we were leaving the game real quickly, because I was down there in '76, Maureen and I celebrating on the streets. I went to Wabash College, 3 of her 4 kids. And she graduated from IU. Last time anybody's gone undefeated and won the national championship was '76 in basketball. Would you ever imagine that we'd be in position to maybe do that this time in football? Unbelievable.
It is an amazing
I
story.
hadn't even thought of that. Oh my goodness.
Wouldn't that
okay,
be
now I'm
something,
freaking out.
Yeah.
That's good.
Wow.
It's an unbelievable story. I want to just get to one quick thing with the governor before I let you guys go here. But you had protesters gathered around the Senate chambers in Indianapolis today chanting "No cheaters." This new congressional map has passed the House on Friday. Everybody's talking about Texas and California gerrymandering. It's now being taken up by the GOP-controlled state Senate today. The Republicans hesitant to redraw this map, Trump urging them to make the right decision, saying, why would a real Republican vote against this, the redrawing of the map in Indiana, when Democrats have been doing this for years? We talk all the time, Governor, about how here in the Northeast, there's almost no conservative representation, even though there's tens of millions of us that live here. Is Indiana just playing the game the way it's laid out?
I think our state Senate has got to realize when the VP comes in twice, the president's called him twice, large majority of Republicans in Indiana are for it. Why do you want to die on this hill? You've given all the reasons. The other party would not hesitate to do it. Here, finally, it's been a long slog. We've got them when the House took it across the finish line last Friday. Now they're taking it up. They're in committee as we speak in elections to get it to the floor. Anybody that needs to weigh in, tell their senators in these districts, get it across for the team for all the reasons we've mentioned, or you'll be notorious for the wrong reason.
Well said. Well said. All right. Hey, guys, go IU. Sage Mendoza, right?
There you go.
I love
Go
it.
Hoosiers.
Sage Steele, Governor Mike Braun, good to see you both. Thanks so much, guys.
Everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt tonight on Newsmax.